there, Chocks and Chockets, and it's me, Roberto here for another video review. This here of the Maryland Cookies Jammie Dodgers edition. Yes. Ooh, how jammy. Yeah. It does look to be officially licensed, I guess you'd say, because it does look to be proper Jammie Dodgers there. I think they've even got the JD lettering on them. Yeah, so it does look to be an official one. So interesting on this one. Very excited for this. I think it's Maryland Cookies generally are a bit bland. Having said that, Jammie Dodgers are generally a bit bland in my view as well. I just think there's not enough filling, so I'm interested to see whether this combination can actually sort of provide an enhancement, I think you'd say, because it's not just got the chocolate chip cookies in, as you can see. It's also got these, well, I think they're presumably raspberry pieces as well. So we'll so very interested to see how it works. I mean, what does it say? Raspberry flavoured cookies with chocolate chips and raspberry pieces. There we go. So the cookies are raspberry flavoured apparently, and we've got raspberry pieces as well. So I think hopefully it could work. I know Alan Lockhart, one of the members of the channel, was saying he really liked these and thought they were very nice. And I'm sure he's not been a massive fan of Maryland cookies generally, so I'm optimistic. Apologies in advance, Alan, if I don't end up sharing your enthusiasm as much, but fingers crossed. Alright, so what have we got? Chocolate chips 15%. Sustainable palm, but I'd always look into what sustainable palm means, because it's not quite objective, I would say. There's definitely some caveats to it, as I say, so I would look into it if it's important to you. Raspberry pieces 3%. Anything else? Radish extract? Red radish extract. Just down the bottom. Palm fat. Doesn't say sustainable palm fat there, so I'm not sure. I don't know if that's what I don't know. Is that not sustainable then? I don't know. So I mean, even that's not very clear, is it? So who knows? Rice starch, partially inverted sugar syrup. Okay, quite a few things. In calories, what have we got? So per 100 grams, 483 calories, 22 grams of fat, 11 of which are saturates. And per 2 cookies, 101 calories, 4.5 grams of fat, 2.3 of which are saturates. Okay, so 200 gram pack. It says approximately 9 servings per pack, which I assume means 18 cookies. Per serving is 2 cookies. So we'll find out in a bit. So it's vegetarians, don't recycle. I think that means this product, not generally. You lucky cookie as well, look at that. I like these little slogans on there, it's quite nice. You lucky cookie, ooh how jammy. There we go. Alright, yeah, so I think it looks pretty good. Pretty optimistic for this one. Some stuff underneath there, what does it say? 2 biscuit grates in 1 cookie. Now that's jammy. There we go. We'd love to hear from you with comments or suggestions. And because we care, we don't add artificial colours, flavours, sweeteners or preservatives. No hydrogenated fats, no GM ingredients. Okay, Burton's biscuits. Alright, yeah. Okay, well, we need to give this an open and investigate them further. So let's do it. Let's give them an open. Right, okay, I'm going to give these Maryland Cookies Jammie Dodgers edition an open. Yes, ooh, how jammy. You lucky cookie. Yeah, so it should be interesting. So as you can tell, it's a chocolate chip cookie with raspberry pieces, and apparently the cookie's flavoured raspberry as well. So raspberry flavour cookies with chocolate chips and raspberry pieces. So we'll see about that. But yeah, interesting. Right, so let's give this an open. So it should have 18 in the pack, so we'll find that out as well. It's a nice looking pack. Like the colours. Maryland cookies are generally a bit bland, and Jammie Dodgers I would say a bit bland as well. So I'm hoping both of them combined can bring the best of each other into one perfect cookie. So we'll see. The time recording I've done about 930 reviews, believe it or not. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you've done so already. In the top right hand corner, I'll put a link to a playlist of all my other reviews, well, some related ones. So after you watch this one, go check this out. Hope you enjoy this too. There we go, look at that. Yes. A bit warm day in the UK today. It's not as warm as it was, but hopefully the chocolate will survive. It's quite a small cookie. Ooh, so let's just have a little waft of that smell. So. Interesting smell actually. I suppose it does smell a bit like a biscuit sort of fruity flavour mix. I guess it's raspberry obviously, but I don't know if I'd guess that normally, but obviously I can make a safe assumption. It's a nice smell, fresh. It smells fresh. Okay, so how many have we got then? So 5, 10, 15, 19. Yeah, so 19. So I've got one more than we thought we should have. We should have 18. Okay, so that's 5 there. Check. 10 there. 15. See the chocolate's kind of stuck together a bit. And 4 extra. Yeah, so 19. It's got 1 extra in this one. So yeah, I'm sure it said should have. Yeah, approx 9 servings per pack, it says at the bottom there. Just say approximately, of course, 200 grams. Let's say how much each cookie weighs, each serving. I'm not sure that it does. Yes, let's have a look at each one then. Alright, so, well, first of all, I can say I can definitely not really see anything too red on there. I guess that's a raspberry piece there, but as you can see, it's not really. It's just shined a big light on it, and it's quite bright in my studio here, where I've got some studio lights on the things. You can't really tell that that's very red, as opposed to how it looks on the front of the pack. You know, so if you compare. I mean, there's not. No, I mean, the chocolate chips are there, I guess, but there's definitely that red bit that's under the chocolate chip there. It's definitely that's not really even red, is it? It looks almost like a chocolate chip, and in fact, I don't think it is, but it could be technically. Let's have a look. Is there any others that bring out the red a bit more than that? No, is the answer to that. I think it's fair to say. Yeah, there's no red look to these at all. I'll just move the rest of these out of the way. But yeah, look, I mean, look at this, you know, no real red to it at all. It's on the underside. Yes, that's a bit disappointing, isn't it? A bit disappointing, that. Yeah, as I say, so do look at that, you know what I mean? It's nice and red, lovely red pieces. But they just look like chocolate chip cookies. Basically, any red bits. I mean, I can't even identify red bits on that one. Maybe that bit under my thumb at the top might be one, but disappointing, that. Obviously it's the taste that matters the most, so we'll go to that in a bit, but first impressions are not great. Alright, let's give them a bit of a measure then, shall we? They're all going to be slightly different, but obviously should be relatively similar. About 5 centimetres there. Okay, and the height. About 1 centimetre in height, roughly. So it might depend on a couple of things, but on the knobbles and stuff, but about 1 centimetre. Right, yeah. Alright, interesting. So let's snap one in half, see if that improves any, the amount of red in them. Oh, okay, there we go. So we have got, you can see a clear red bit there. So maybe it's just, I don't know, a bit unlucky that they don't appear red on the top, I'm not sure, but you can clearly see that bit is pretty red there. Wants to focus in on that actual biscuit. There we go. Okay, so it is possible to get a good bit of red on there. We can see the bit at the top there, near my thumb. Definitely doesn't shine through as red. You can see how warm it is as well. The chocolate's just melting on my on my thumb. Alright, so clearly the red doesn't really come through at the top of the biscuit. I don't know whether that's because when it's baked or whatever it affects it or something like that, but which is a shame. But they do at least look red in the middle. But there's clearly a lot more chocolate chips than the red bits that we've seen so far. If we snap another, yeah, I can't even see any red bits in that one. So yeah, so not sure. Interesting, but when we taste one, we'll find out more again, I guess. But it does seem a bit lacking on the raspberry pieces, really. You know, bit of a shame, especially when you'd say that that was one bit that should be standing out, being a Jammie Dodger edition. But anyway, all right, let's give them a taste, see if that improves matters, and see if we bite into a couple more, whether we can see any more raspberry pieces. So let's do it. Let's give them a taste. Okay, everyone, I'm going to give these Maryland Cookies Jammie Dodgers edition. Ooh, how jammy. You lucky cookie. A taste. Yeah, so we've opened a couple, looked at them before, looked at them previously. But yeah, basically, there seems to be a bit of a lack of sort of raspberry pieces, you know, despite what it shows on the front of it. You know, quite a distinct lot of red raspberry chunks in there. As it actually referred to them as raspberry pieces, basically, yeah, as expected. But yeah, but as I say, I've seen a couple of them, and there's just not been any real raspberry chunks in them at all, really, on the top. I mean, there is some there on some of them, but they don't come through as red on the top. You can see one there. You know, it's not too red, is it? But you can clearly see there in the middle, it does come across more red. So yeah, but that red one there, that raspberry piece there, Looks even to be a bit of a chocolate chip, doesn't it? But it actually, quite sure it is a raspberry piece. But as I say, it doesn't look as red as they do on the front. It's very red. But alright, okay. But yeah, let's give them a taste, I think. So let's give one a go. Make sure we have one with a raspberry piece in, I guess. What we showed a minute ago. So let's do it. Let's give them a taste. Oh wow. Immediately very raspberry-like. I'm quite confident the biscuit is flavoured raspberry. I was always a bit dubious about that. Sometimes in these biscuit descriptions they mention that it's sort of the biscuit's flavoured, but usually ends up being a chocolate or whatever. That's usually in editions of chocolate digestives where they have like a lemon flavoured chocolate digestive or whatever. It says it's a flavoured biscuit, but it tends to just be the chocolate from what I can gather. But this one is definitely definitely the cookie itself, and they're quite chewy. It's reminiscent of a Jammie Dodger, the chewy raspberry bits in the centre as well. They're very distinct. Makes me wonder though, I always complain about Jammie Dodgers not having enough centre. The flavour's just completely lost because of all the shortcake biscuit. But if they flavoured the shortcake biscuit like this, it would really help a lot actually. Yeah, these are pretty good, and lots of chocolate chips as well. I think having the fact that it's a raspberry flavoured biscuit means I'm not too fussed that, you know, you can see all the chocolate chips here and a lack of raspberry pieces. But as I say, because the cookie's raspberry flavoured, I don't think I'm too bothered that there's not that many raspberry pieces in there. You need one or two as well because I'm quite chewy. But yeah, I don't think I've got any raspberry pieces in that bit there. But as I say, it did taste raspberry-like. Let's see. You get about 1 chew per cookie, really, maybe 2 if you're lucky. I'm very impressed by these. Yeah, I'm very surprised. I was expecting them to be quite bland and a bit, you know. But they've hit the nail on the head here. I think, as Alan was mentioning, he really liked these ones, and I think he was right. Yeah, they're very good. These. Let's try dipping in a cup of coffee. It's nice and warm still. Let's give it a go. Well, it was at risk of falling apart there. Probably was. I must say actually, normally biscuits cookies taste better when dunked, but in this case no, because it totally well, it depends on the drink of course, but I mean in most drinks I imagine have some kind of flavour. In this case the coffee flavour just totally overpowers the raspberry flavour in the cookie. So so it does taste nice, softens the biscuit. I think yeah, these are very very nice as they are actually. I'd say flavour in the biscuit really makes the difference. Yeah. And these are very good, and I think they're you know, I wouldn't say not quite more Jammie Dodger than a Jammie Dodger is. I think that's got more of a that sort of raspberry chew in the centre, but flavour wise I definitely think they nail it perfectly, even more so than Jammie Dodgers do. Plenty of chocolate chips as well. It seems to all work together well. I know with Maryland cookies, I think the chocolate chips tend to, you know, I don't know, still not seem to be that prevalent or that interesting, you know what I mean? But in this one, I distinctly taste them. Seem to be a lot more of them. I don't know. I don't know if it's because it's a bit warm today and it melted a bit. I'm not sure, but a bit softer than usual. But yeah, it's a really nice cookie. This one, really nice. I think I would say it's still, you know, not the best out there. Really, the best biscuit. I think it's, but it's, you know, it's like not covered in chocolate or got caramel in it or other things that, you know, some more indulgent biscuits can have that probably would be more towards a 5 out of 5. But I think this one is really nice. I think it's really good. I think the fact that they've, you know, almost, you could almost say that the more Jammie Dodgers than a Jammie Dodger. I mean, in the fact that the flavour comes out really well. I don't think they really are though. I don't think that's right really, because Jammie Dodgers are quite distinct. Shortcake biscuit, that sort of jam centre and heart shape in the middle is definitely very distinctive, and you do get a bit of a chew from those. You don't get much of a chew from these, although the raspberry pieces that are in there do provide a good chew. Yeah, but there's just not that many of them, not as distinct as in the Jammie Dodger. But it's just a really nice biscuit. Yeah, I say being flavoured, like I've mentioned, you know, a couple of times, it makes all the difference. You know, flavouring the biscuit raspberry and it being distinctly flavoured. As I say, when they've said it on chocolate digestives, when they've had a lemon cheesecake one or with a lemon drizzle chocolate digestive or a strawberry cheesecake one or whatever, and they've said they flavoured the biscuit, but they really haven't, I don't think, or you could at least not tell, and it seems to just be the chocolate that's flavoured from what I can make out anyway. But this one, the biscuit is clearly flavoured, because you get you get a massive, it's not ridiculously over the top, but you do get a substantial or a substantially enough amount of raspberry flavour to really make the biscuit taste of raspberry. And I say, and you don't really even get that in a Jammie Dodger, because the flavour's totally, it's just not enough centre, and it's too much shortcake biscuit, and it just overpowers the flavour of that sort of jammy centre. And the chocolate chips are really distinctive and prominent in these cookies as well. Really, really impressed. Really impressed. Yeah, I think the only downside with it is it's still a bit Marylandy. There's still quite a, a sort of plain biscuit to a large extent. You know what I mean? There's lots of chocolate chips, there's a raspberry flavour, and this, that and the other, but it's still kind of just a vanilla biscuit aside from all that. So while the biscuit is flavoured, you know what I mean, there's not really much else going on really. But I don't know, it's a tough one, that, because I'm not sure how they could solve that, because obviously it is raspberry flavoured, and what else could you do really other than just throwing more chocolate at it and things like this? I'm not sure. I feel like it does what it does, and I guess what I'm trying to say is perhaps it's not a soft baked cookie, which adds a bit more of an interest to the cookie, but again, that's down to preference, whether you prefer soft baked ones or not. I think I generally do. I feel like they just add a bit more to it, being a bit sort of that chewy-ish texture. But these aren't going for that. They're not trying to be that. So, fair enough, I guess. But yeah, I'm just saying it's just at the end of the day, the base of it is a plain biscuit, a plain cookie. But as I say, it is flavoured raspberry, and it does work really well. And the chocolate chips are prominent, and you can detect them as well. And I think that's, for some reason, I don't know, I don't seem to get that in normal Maryland cookies. And that's they changed the recipe recently, but there seems to be very much a massive amount of chocolate chips in these. So it's really good. And as I say, you still have that sort of chewy raspberry jammy pieces in there as well, and which are really good, yeah, which really work as well. And they just give that chew. Really, I don't think they really provide a flavour as such, but they provide the chew that's present in a regular Jammie Dodger. And I think I think they've nailed it, really. They've nailed it. Yeah, it's a really good one. So I think for me, a great cookie. As I say, that sort of way it manages to replicate Jammie Dodger really well, but in Maryland cookie form. And I think he's even better than a Jammie Dodger. So, yeah, very impressed. 4.5 out of 5. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that review. You know the drill by now. Check out the YouTube member program, links in the description. Check out all the other things that are appearing on the screen now. It's great to support the channel by continuing to watch my content, so thank you so much. As is liking the video, as is leaving a comment, and it's always great to hear from you. I always do my best to reply. And check out the Discord server as well, link for that's in the description. Great way to keep in touch with myself and the community. And have a great day, and thanks again for all your support. Massively appreciated. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye for now.